It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are a mile high at Broncos Stadium in Denver, Colorado. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. Take it in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage? Well, teams that run the football effectively, they often have a way of neutralizing it in a big way when they have those types of runs.
To about the 48-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Rodgers now on first down. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in the block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They go back to the ground with Jones. The tackle made there by Caden Stearns. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback, maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. We're scoreless after 1. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Jones again, and this time he'll run into a wall right at the 4-yard line. Calling no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Jones. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 21. Now Wilson. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Hey, zero.
Back to the ground on first down, Edmonds. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw there complete to Hamlin. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line.
That's good for the Denver Broncos. First and 10.
There's Wilson to throw. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot, because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. After the interception, here's Wilson. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape, because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now it's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing is Rodgers. Being chased out left. He'll get this to Lazard. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Preston Smith. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And here's Jones again on second down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now Jones. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Slant, and it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers hitting Allen Lazard as his guys are able to extend their lead. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And he puts it through to extend this thing to a 10-2 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well. Especially the quarterback.
Second down and another run with Edmonds. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Fourth down, here's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. What a time for his first catch as they get the conversion on fourth. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. To throw is Wilson. That's caught left side by Judy. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That's the gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, zero. Deeper.
From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the Packers.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Good job right there. 19.
Now Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Preston Smith able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. And he'll be kicking into the wind in the 4th quarter now. The kick by McManus is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. A tight game like this. Such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, I mean, both offenses have clearly struggled throughout, so kind of fitting that it's another big defensive play that yields points here in the late going.
Yeah, really, both of these defenses have been up to the task throughout this game, and we haven't seen much in terms of offensive creativity or results. And there, not only does the defense force a turnover, but they have the presence of mind to take it back for 6 points.
14.
Wilson going to throw for it. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the fourth. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. An inside give to Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
They'll try again with Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's Jones. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And the former Colorado Buffalo, Crosby, puts this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. 2nd and 10. One last shot for Wilson. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.